How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Andrew's Reptile Arc. This week we're doing a video on how to bond or how to establish a relationship with your lizard, your reptile. You can take important information away from this video. We're going to be covering 3 important stages of your reptile's bonding experience or your bonding journey with your animal. The first stage we're going to be covering is what I call the new animal stage, and that's when you bring home your animal for the first time, or for those people that have their animal but haven't established a bonding experience with the animal yet. The next stage after that is going to be your semi-tame, or your animal that you've been bonding with over a little course of time, but you want to take that to the next level and have a fully tamed animal you can take out and play with. And the final stage, or the fully tamed animal stage, is exactly like any animal that you see on social media accounts, the fully bonded animal that trusts you completely. And we're going to talk about how you go from one stage to the next, and then how you get to the fully established, fully bonded animal. So stick around if you want important tips. I'm Andrew Edwards. I've spent most of my life learning about animals, and now focusing on education, breeding, care, and the discovering of new animals. Welcome to Andrew's Reptile Arc. The first animal we're going to be interacting with is our caiman lizard, Neptune, right here. He's coming down to say hello. And he is new to the channel, so he's gonna be a little bit sensitive and not really that friendly. So that's kind of why we started with him. He's a little bit more cautious with the camera here. So I'm gonna try and interact with him a little bit. Touch his foot. But he does hiss. So that means that he's not exactly calm and friendly with me. But he still does accept the food. Try and touch him. So there is some degree of trust between the two of us, but nothing like the other 2 animals we'll be covering today. Remember, this is the first stage that we're covering. This is a new lizard, and not a lizard that's going to be fully tame as soon as you bring them home. And I'll try and touch him again. See, a little bit of hissing right there. He kind of flinched at me. He didn't want me interacting with him like that. But after a while, when you do interact with them every day, over the years or over the next little while, he'll actually become friendly, but that's going to take time. And that's a thing during this whole video. Interacting and actually establishing a relationship with the animal does take time. It's not like a dog where as soon as you bring them home, they're going to be super friendly towards you. They are a little cautious. I don't want to stress them out too much. And when you bring home a lizard, you don't want to stress them out on the first day either. You want to give them a few weeks to actually settle in. Oh, he's going after the... So that is a perfect example of a lizard that's not exactly tame. You can see he's hissing. He's not really liking the interaction, but I am feeding him, so I'm trying to positively reinforce every little interaction that I'm giving him. Oh, there you go. So every time I touch him, he flinches still, but I am providing him a little bit of food too. I'll try and touch his tail right here. See, definitely didn't like that, and that's the last time I'm actually going to bother him. We don't have any more food for him, but that's the first stage, non-bonded new animal, and we're going to move on to the second stage, which is a semi-tame or a semi-bonded animal. and we'll go downstairs to do that video right now. So now we're shifting to our second animal that we're feeding and trying to build a relationship with. This is Toothless, our Asian water monitor. This massive cage right here. And he's a little bit more social than Neptune is, but not completely social yet. But he's actually making fantastic progress on becoming a very social lizard. I'm gonna put you guys on my wrist so you guys can see firsthand how he eats. We're gonna get him out of the water. He's currently just in the back corner there. You can see his hand. And we're gonna get him out hopefully on the ground right here so he can actually eat, and I'll show you exactly how good he is now at eating. He's made tremendous progress and I'm super proud of him, but he's not completely social yet. But I'll show you the techniques I use with him and some of the safety things that we will go over during the video. Got another camera right there so you guys get two angles, and I'll put you on my wrist right now. So I actually switched you guys to my head, so hopefully this works a little bit better. We have the glove here because he does have sharp claws, so I don't want him scratching me or biting me in any way. And we are feeding rats. This is what we're feeding. So hopefully he comes up and you guys can actually see him approach me. So we'll just try and get him out here, see if he wants to come. These guys are really always hungry. Or not. There we go. Let's see him. Whoa. Now he's gonna be a little shy. You're okay. Oh, you grabbed him. So he'll take that one away. Let's see if I can go closer. Hopefully you guys can see that. You can really see him angling it down his throat a little bit better. If he was outside the water, it'd probably be much easier. And there you go. So hopefully now that he's fed, we can grab another one here. Have him come up. Come on. Look at that. Right on me. Need to drop it, that's okay. Look at that. You can really see how big he is too. My goodness, look at that. You saw him come right up. And then he kind of returns back to the water. But that's making contact. That's what we really wanted. So he is going to digest that. There was 2 rats there, so that was a lot for him to eat. So he's going to go digest that, maybe spend some time in the sun. But that's basically, we made contact that's fully enough for me to say that he made progress. And he might come back for more. Look at that. Still curious. He's still a bit hungry, but definitely curious. This is not expected. Look at that. This is making huge progress. He has never done that before with the camera. This is brand new. I'm super happy that he did that. As you can see, much different lizard. Now he's more curious. He's come into his size a little bit, so he knows how big he is. He knows I'm not going to hurt him, but there's still some building of a relationship there. And there he goes underwater. Whoa, can't believe that. He actually came up and licked the camera like within 2 inches of it. That's crazy. Hopefully I got that on the camera over there too. But now, that's it for him. We'll go check on our other animal, fully tamed lizard. So our last and fully tame animal we're talking about is of course Bowser. This is Bowser, our tegu, fully tamed tegu, and this is the final stage when taming an animal. You want to be able to touch your animal as much as possible, and when you go from Toothless' stage to Bowser's stage, you'll really see a difference. And this is when they actually develop a trust and a bond, full bond I should say, with you. So I can sit down here and be with him as long as I want. He doesn't react negatively or anything like that. As you can see, I can touch him. His eye closes, he's enjoying the touch. Something that Toothless and Neptune don't do is close their eyes and actually show some kind of connection between me, or the touch, and themselves. So you can see he is gonna come down. Tegus are fantastic animals to develop friendships with. These guys form really good bonds with their owners. They have incredible personalities, and this is the best animal you could do a bond with. And you can do this kind of thing with smaller reptiles like bearded dragons, water dragons behind us. There's Rex back there. He is a fully tame water dragon. You can do it that, but so Bowser is fully tame. You can see above him, no care. Not really puffing up, not hissing. No difference as I'm touching a regular animal, right? Like your dog. He is a little bit curious. Of course, I am coming in here and interacting with him. He's going to be a little bit curious to what I'm doing. He does know that I come in here with food occasionally, but you want to separate the two completely after a while and once the animal is bonded with you. So right now, he knows I'm not having any food with me. I'm not going to be feeding him in any way. I'm just interacting with him. You can see that tongue flicking. He is curious, he is alert, but he's definitely not coming after me by any means. I can pet him all I want. I can pet him up here, doesn't care. I can pet him down there, doesn't matter. Pinch his cheeks. And he's just checking out what I'm doing. Why are you here, kind of thing. Is this feeding time? Is it interacting time? He enjoys both. Playing with his tail a little bit. Some animals don't like it when you play with their tail or really touch their feet in any way. I think dogs are the same way. That is another telltale sign that your animal trusts you. Another one is the fact that he actually isn't hissing or anything like that. And the fact that I can grab his face and he doesn't even hiss up or tense up in any way. See? Now there's always going to be exceptions. Like I said, tegus aren't all good. It's all about how you raise an animal. Like we've really shown you 3 different types of reptiles. They're not all going to be the same. Don't assume they're all going to be the same. They're all going to have their own little differences. Some are going to trust you quicker than others because they're more trustworthy, they're more intelligent. But you can get pretty much any animal to bond with you. It just takes time. That's the major thing, is bonding with an animal takes time. You don't want to rush them, and if you're just rushing them, you're going to stress them out. They're never going to bond properly. and they're never going to become like that. And it's all about time, effort, and that's how you bond with an animal. If you do these 3 steps, slowly start to feed them, interact with them every day, and keep developing that, a wood chip just shot out and hit the camera. If you develop that kind of relationship, that you're always going to be present in their life, you're going to be feeding them, interacting with them every day, them seeing you every day, another big thing, that's what's going to do all the difference when dealing with a tame animal. And you can see that, a beautiful example. He kind of walked around, saw what I was doing, and then he went back up to his hide, or not his hide, his basking platform, and now he's just relaxing. He realizes I don't have food for him. I'm just interacting with him right now, and he doesn't have any problems with me being here. Look at that. Just catching the last bit of rays for today. And that's really how we're talking about how to develop a relationship with an animal. That's basically the kind of 3 different stages that you're going to experience when dealing with these animals. A untrustworthy, scared animal like we saw first with Neptune. Second one, that's semi-tame, that's curious about you, that's wanting to come back to you, is willing to feed when you bring in your food, and then you have to develop the bonding of interacting with them every day, and eventually the animal will trust you. That's basically it, and it requires time. Some will take longer than others, some will take very quick. Bearded dragons take no time at all to develop a relationship. It's just what kind of animal they are. The smarter or the more intelligent animal you have, like monitors, like Bowser right here, takes a little bit longer. It might take years, but at the end, it will be good. You trust the animal will eventually trust you, and that's what we're learning about today. Perfect 3 examples we have here, and we're going to develop Toothless's behind me and Neptune's relationship so that they're going to be just as friendly as Bowser here. He might come back and say hello, but that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys have any questions, send me an email, send me a message on Instagram. Would love to help you guys out, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get notified every time I post. And don't forget to check out our other channels, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.